there was somebody very high up in Hollywood talking about movie stars and about who are movie stars and who aren't movie stars anymore. And I started thinking, what movie star? You know why I'm not like getting crazy for movie stars? I mean, I'd like to say at one point I was a movie star. I understand what this person says in movie star. A movie star with all the classic elements of Hollywood. There are people that are huge movie stars that aren't considered regular movie stars, but they're huge movie stars. I definitely had a taste of things. I'm not done. I'm just telling you. And I think the movie star is a person that is not touchable from the public. Well, the public doesn't want that anymore. The public not only wants to touch, the public wants to hold you accountable, and the public also doesn't want to worship as much anymore, nor should they. And the public's like, I can do my own thing. But when the person said this person or that person is not a movie star anymore, there was a whole list, and I was like, the general pop really doesn't. Do you really care? I mean, what are movie stars anymore? Because they're not making traditional movie stars. They're not making traditional movie star content. The business is contracting. And also, I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. Movie stars aren't cool anymore. You tell me if I'm wrong. It seems like every other day I lose a hero. I lose a hero because they're spouting off their mouth on their particular beliefs that the common man cannot align with. But yet they want the common man to come and support their art, because that's what it is. If you buy a ticket to a movie theater, you're supporting their art. But yet they are condemning the common man, being arrogant to the common man, and talking down to the common man, when these said movie stars have a lot of, I'm sure, some skeletons in their closet. And like, people, you love or hate John Wayne, but he had an opinion. He had an opinion. He was a movie star. Steve McQueen he was a movie star. Marlon Brando was the quintessential movie star. But he stood up for things when it was not popular. Nor it did him no good to do that for his career, other than to be a righteous individual. And he sent, I want to say, Little Feather to collect his Oscar. And he was lambasted and booed and all this shit. They booed him. Have they ever apologized to the Native Americans? So now the movie stars used to really fight for the underdog. But now the movie stars cuck for the overlords. They cuck for the government. They cuck for Big Pharma. They cuck. Now there's some that don't say anything and they're still movie stars. And who just don't get involved and I can commend that for sure. I was never expecting to talk about any of this shit, but it happened when I did my abortion movie, and I was like so attacked, and I was so mad, and I was like, what the did I do? And then I tried to have common sense with people, and then they were like, no, and then I was just like, what? You're not making any sense. And then I just got mad, and then I was like, comedy is more important than movies right now, and comedy involves opinions and speaking out. So And that's what I've been on this tirade for the last 3 years. I mean, I'm not going full blown, totally out there, but anyway, I just feel like I really don't think, because A, you're not escaping into them anymore. You know too much about them. B, where's the good original piece of content? There's a couple guys right now they're making as movie stars, but doing remakes and stuff. I mean, you know, Tom Cruise is obviously still a movie star, and you know, there's a few people obviously that are. But I don't even know if movies are stars anymore. Does that make sense? But when I just see people and their opinions are just not, they're not common sense. And a lot of the people, I hate lists, you know, we're all happy to be on a list. I hate all the AOC, B, D, you know, whatever, C list, all this shit. What's a list, right? If Vanity Fair considers you cool, what if you sell $100,000 in tickets in a weekend and Vanity Fair doesn't think you're cool? Are you cool? Like, there are podcasts that reach more than the readership of those magazines. So it's like, the shaming, I hate that shit. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that the movie star is just coming off like a puppet. And it's depressing. So, and I think the general pop is like, no. Plus, we didn't even throw in good old Satan. Which, we should just start there. Because Satan be everywhere. And I'm just going to go right here. When I say Satan, okay, let's just, for everyone who's a super literal person, it's usually a liberal person who, again, I believe I'm a liberal person, but I'm a rational person. Satan, don't call him a man, don't call it a dude, whatever you want to call it, a belief, whatever it is. When I bring that up, I don't want you to lose you. I'm saying there is, in my dumb opinion, no, words have power. I'm not going to say that. I'm actually not. I'm believing all of this stuff because I'm watching videos about it on science. In my opinion, just my opinion, the movement, agenda, I don't want to say the narrative, to disrupt things from what we were normally used to and turning them on their head, so which would be called inversion, and that being a belief system within this belief of Satanism, whatever that is. I have to interview this girl because she's a Satanist. And she was pretty cool. Whatever that is, I just see it everywhere. And it's how can I say this? I always say photographers mask their perversions as art. You know, if you're a girl hooking up with a photographer, good luck. I mean, everyone can be a photographer now, but photographers, the stereotype is scrawny creeps, and they're like, "Hey, girl, take it like this." No, and they'll say it's art, but they're usually just some creepy, repressed dude who's like using a camera as a way to get some punani. And if there's photographers in my comments, you can come for me. It's pretty known. So it's a stereotype, but it's a pretty good stereotype. So a lot of photographers mask their perversion as art. Yeah, just put the banana in your mouth. It's like this cool, like, hey, bright, funny, but like start up the day with something sweet. You're sweet, but it's a banana, and it's like, you know, you're like, whatever. You know the drill. I can't say too much because it's YouTube. And I feel that this other agenda that I'm saying is masked as "don't judge me," which is the whole thing. That's what they say, and they're saying that. I don't even want to say it. They basically say, "Do what you want to do."